Hi everyone. So I wanted to quickly show you how you would carry out a repair for any returned items that have been manufactured and that customer has sent back because it was a faulty item, for example. As you know, RotorTech has dealt with a lot of these situations before Odoo jumped in to help out. So I just want to show you how RotorTech would carry out a repair of a returned item. Now, let's bear in mind that all of the items that RotorTech sells, they have a warranty. So whether the returned item falls within the warranty or not, actually the repair can be invoiced to the customer if it's outside of the warranty. So what I'm going to show you is just very briefly how to work with the repairs application. So I'll show you from getting the item returned from the client, bringing that into our stock, or rather RotorTech's stock, and then we will carry out a repair order. I'll show you how you would choose if you were to invoice or not. Of course, if it's within the warranty time, there's no need to invoice, and that would be just simply an uninvoiceable repair order. So let's just first jump right in. I want to first go onto the sales application, and the first thing I want to do is make sure that I want to receive the item that is faulty. Okay, so we know that Chopper Addicts gave us a call and they actually complained to RotorTech that the helicopter rotor unit that they purchased is faulty and therefore they would like RotorTech to carry out a repair. So first step is, let's say that we are officially receiving the returned item today. We see the truck is coming in and we're like, okay, so we go on to the sales order, we go to our deliveries, and we want to make sure that we go to the last delivery, so the last transfer, inventory transfer, which was from our stock to the customer, right? So since this was the last step, this is where we start. So we know that this item is being returned, and this was the last move to the customer. So I want to click on the return button right here. We can see here that this is a reverse transfer. This is the product that is being returned, just one of them. And it is selected that we want to update the quantities on the SO, right? Now, this is where it's important. If you remember, when we set up the warehouse, the quality warehouse, we said that this was a return warehouse. So Odoo is already suggesting that we select this, the stock of the warehouse quality to put it in. But at the same time, if you also remember, we set up a particular repairs location within the quality warehouse. So I'm just going to go ahead and select this one, as I know that this is where the repairs take place. Let's stay true to the physical aspects of the real world that exists of RotorTech. So once we're happy with that, we're going to click on return. Now, once we do that, we can see that, first of all, we now have a new transfer. So if we click back, I mean, not a new transfer, but we can see that now that transfer has been returned. And if we want to make absolutely sure that this happened correctly, we can go and check our product, helicopter rotor unit, and we can see, let's see. So we can see here there's a new delivery, so a new internal transfer being carried out, or a new transfer rather, inventory transfer being carried out. And so this one is ready. So let's click back on it, and we can see that it's asking us to validate it because this is a receipt in the quality warehouse is asking us to carry out a quality check. So actually, this might be okay for us as a first step. So even if we can click on the quality check first, and we can say that this is the first repair check, check for faults registered by customer. And then you could say here one, to whatever. let's say that this was the first check. Maybe it's not intensive, but you can say like, okay, fair enough. Yes, what the customers have said, that's indeed a fault that is that's accurate and that's taking place, and so this product needs to be repaired. So let's just say that it's a fail, right? Because we know. So we end up with a failed quality check, and now we can validate this move. So what we're doing is basically we're actually returning. So we're saying that we're receiving this from Shopper Addicts and it's going to our WHQ repairs. That's actually exactly what we wanted to happen. We're going to go ahead and validate that. We're going to say that all of the products, so right here, 1 out of 1, if we apply, that's basically what it means. Perfect. So now we know that this uh, that this transfer has happened. So this has been returned to our warehouse to our quality warehouse. How do we check if this happened? Well, let's go over to our products and we can see that we now have one in stock and it's in warehouse quality repairs, right? We had 0 before, just so you know, and that's because we have this item on MTO, right? So this is manufactured to order. So that's the first step. Now we know that we have this product in stock. It's in the repair section, or rather the repair location of the quality warehouse. But the next step is to actually carry out the repair order. So for that, we need to jump into our repairs application. And we want to create a repair order right here. Now, the repair reference, you know, it's up to you what you want to put on there. I think that it's always best to be as clear as possible. So, you know, I'm going to say that it's a repair for the helicopter rotor unit. Okay. What I want to do as well is just remember, I want to point out what sales order this belongs to. So I'm going to go ahead and say that this is a for Chopper Addicts, and it's sales order 32, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, we're happy with that. I'm happy with that. I'm going to say that the one unit that we want to repair is the helicopter rotor unit. Location, I want to make sure that I tell Odoo to fetch from repairs. Right. So now this is where it gets interesting, you know, in terms of billing. So do we need to invoice a particular customer or not for this repair? Well, basically that's strictly depending on whatever needs there are for the company in question. Because RotorTech offers a warranty, and maybe this is beyond the warranty expiration, we know in this case that it isn't. But if it were, you could say that the warranty, you can set the warranty expiration here for, I mean, this is the next warranty, right? And most importantly, here's where you select the customer. So if this was outside of the warranty time, you would select the Chopper Addicts, and then you would say that the invoicing method would be, say, for example, before or after the repair. That's completely up to you. So this is where you would do that. Now, for Chopper Addicts and this particular repair, we will not do that. This lies within the warranty. So go ahead and test that for yourselves, right? So now, this is where the repair application works its magic. So this is for the parts. For adding a line allows us to specify whether we are adding or removing a component, right? So for this, we need to know what the components are. So what the bill of materials is of the helicopter rotor unit, so that we know after the quality check what components need changing. So let's say that, let's start with removing, right? Because we know what components are faulty. So let's say that for this particular helicopter rotor unit, we know that the blades were wrong. So we know that 2 blades were broken. Maybe we can just keep it simple. So let's say that we just need to change the blades, right? Now, when we remove, it's going to Odoo is going to automatically select the source location and the destination location to be the virtual locations of production in terms of the source location, and of scrap for the destination location. So that speaks basically for itself, right? Because we're taking it directly from already a produced product, the source location is a virtual location, and the destination location is scrap because that's a faulty item, so we just can scrap it, right? So removal, fairly straightforward. But now we need to add the blades. So I want to add 2 new blades. right? So we're going to put the quantity as 2. Now, this is where it gets important. We have 2 different storage locations at RotorTech. And I know that we store blades in the manufacturing warehouse, of course, because that's where manufacturing takes place. But we also store components of all sorts in our repair location, just for this kind of situations where a repair needs to take place. So that's where I want to take my inventory from. That's where I want to take my components from. Destination location, that's fine because that's just production. So this is gonna basically add to the produced item. So that's fine as well. Now, last but not least, the unit prices, right? So if you were to be, invoicing this to the client, then you would probably have a unit price for your components, and then you could also, consider, for example, an operation and add it in there. So if you have if you have like a service, for example. So because this one is basically free, it's within the warranty, we're gonna go ahead and do these things. In terms of extra info, we can only see here that whether it's repaired and whether it's been invoiced. These fields are updated once the repair is carried out. So let's put this to practice. So we know that this is the only changes that this helicopter rotor unit needs. So let's go ahead and confirm the repair. By confirming the repair, we have officialized it. So we say that, okay, this is going to happen now. There's no turning back unless you want to cancel it, of course. Now, the next step is to actually start the repair. So this is literally when, this is the mechanic, the person in charge will sit down and start to actually repair the unit. So the moment that basically the repair is done, this could take 1 hour, it could take 1 day. Once the repair is done, we can click on End Repair. And then we can see that the repair is now done. So the product has been repaired. That's pretty much all that we wanted to do with this. If we want to make sure that this is actually correctly done, then we can always go again back to our product list, and we can see that is the one unit that is still on repairs, right? It's still in the repair location, but it's actually being repaired already. And we can see that in the product moves. So if we go to the latest product move down here, we'll be able to see that this was a repair with the name that we gave it. So we are already linking it to the sales order, or not necessarily linking it, but mentioning it so we know what it belongs to. And then we can see that it's still from warehouse quality repairs to warehouse quality repairs. So the last step would be to carry out an inventory transfer and put that back in our warehouse stock, so warehouse quality stock, or whichever other location you would like to store that fixed product. So that's basically it, guys. I hope that this has been useful. Join us again for another session in the near future. Take care. Goodbye.